Today I'm joined by Faith Munatsi, who's the owner of Faysha Care, a care company that focuses on providing personal-centered care. And also, Faith is also the owner of Amara Luxe, which is a premium event brand dedicated to curating empowering high-impact experiences for women and business professionals. So welcome, Faith.
Oh, thank you, Simon. Thank you for having me.
No, thank you for joining us. So, Faith, look, you've got a couple of businesses that you're owner of. So, just give us a brief overview of each of those businesses.
All right. So 3 years ago, I started Faysha Care. Faysha Care, I started that because I used to be a nurse. So I wanted to actually do something that I actually love, but at the same time being my own boss. Being a mother, it required me to work around my children. So that's why I then started Faysha Care. And also, along the lines, I didn't want to be known for one line of work. Hence why I started Amara Luxe. So Amara Luxe is quite new, and really we are excited to get that going and running.
Right, thank you. And so, Amara Luxe, I mentioned it's a premium event sort of brand. So, what do you actually do at Amara Luxe?
So Amara Lux, so we do hosting. We also do catering services, and so it's like a one shop, one shop stop for all your needs when it comes to events. But we try to target the premium events. So whether it's a birthday, garden party, we try to do the premium events because what we want is to achieve quality. So if you have any events, we are the one-stop shop for what for all your needs.
Right, I love that. Thank you for explaining that. And so, look, I'd love to. I always love to find out why people started their own business. And you gave us a bit of a clue there that you wanted a bit of flexibility around, your family and your children. But was being a business owner something that you always wanted to do? So when you were growing up, did you think I want to be a business owner, or did that only come when you had a family?
So when I was growing up, I wanted to be a business owner. Actually, I did a bit of business studies before I went into nursing. But then I then realized that if I just did university while it's doing business, that meant the job opportunities, it was going to be a bit difficult. It might have been a bit difficult for me. Hence why I went into nursing, because nursing, I never took it more like a job. That's a gift that I have. So yeah. So for nursing, I did nursing simply because I felt like that's where I belong. I do it as a second nature. I don't need to think of it as a job because what I like is looking after people, giving quality care to other people. That's me. That's in my nature. So I thought, you know what? I want business as a job, but then when it comes to care aspect, that's me. So yeah.
Okay, great. No, and I think it's great. I think you're absolutely right. To do anything in nursing is yeah, you've got to enjoy it and have a passion and and want to look after people. So yeah, I get that. And so in your opinion, what makes a successful business, Faith? What would you regard as a successful business?
So for a successful business, I think you can never do anything on your own. You have to have a team around you. That's something I'm big on. And you have to be able to provide quality services. So that's also something that I pride myself with for both businesses. Like we offer quality care for everything that we do. Yeah, so I think those are the main things that I would say. Yeah.
Why do you think it's important to have that quality, the quality care, the quality experience with Amara Lux? What why is quality so important?
So, quality is very important because when you are holding an event, you don't want you want something to remember about it. You want it to be good memories, not bad memories. So for us, we are here to make you happy, to make your day a memorable day. Hence why we push on quality. Hence why we push on providing the best. We give our all when it comes to our events.
I agree. I agree that quality is really important because generally there's a lot of competition out there, isn't there? There's a lot of care providers, there's a lot of events companies.
Yes.
But actually, to be competitive in a crowded market, quality is one of those things that stands out and that people want. So yeah, I think that's really important. And what in that. So well, actually, no. Let me go back a second. So you set up the first business. What made you suddenly think, do you know what, I'm going to set up a second business?
All right.
What made you decide to do that?
So that one was a bit personal. So it was to do with my middle daughter. She had issues with her speech. And with the way myself and my husband were working, it didn't do her any favors. So my husband works from 7:45 till 5. And for myself, I used to do nights. So I was running on 3-hour sleeps.
Wow.
So that means I'll be tired. And when I come back home, mostly I'm sleeping and I'm not talking to my kids as much as I was supposed to. So I then decided that, you know what, I love nursing and I've always wanted to do to have a business. Why don't I combine the two together? So that was the birth of Faysha Care. Because I wanted to be able to work around my child or my children, rather, my family, to support them. And at the same time, where I've worked on the floor as a nurse, I knew what's lacking out there with the quality of care that was being provided. So I wanted to change that narrative, coming in as a business owner, training my staff, equipping them with the skills and providing quality care.
Like that. Very good. And so you started that business, I think you said 3 years ago?
Yes.
3 years ago. And now recently you've started a second business.
Yes.
What made you decide to start a second business, Faith?
Like I said in the beginning, I don't want to be known for one business. I want to push the boundary. So I'm challenging myself. I know I've got the skills when it comes to providing quality. So I want to prove myself out there that, you know what, if you are a woman, you can push boundaries. Nothing should limit you. This is the desire that I have to keep on pushing boundaries and keep on providing quality care and quality services, even for Amara Luxe.
Brilliant. And would you like to have more businesses in the future? Is that
Yes.
the plan, that you'll start more? So
yes, I'm not gonna stop at 2, but then I've made sure that even the business ventures that I'm going to do, they are going to be meaningful to me. I don't want to be just known for having so many businesses, but I want to have business that means something to me as well, so that I can provide people with the quality experiences that they require.
I know. So yeah, doing starting businesses that mean something to you. That's okay. And okay, so and this is what I call a true entrepreneur, Faith. Somebody, we often, I often hear the word entrepreneur sort of, people sort of say, I'm an entrepreneur, but an entrepreneur is truly somebody that owns multiple businesses. So, and that's ultimately, what you want to achieve. So, Faith, what's one of the biggest challenges that you've faced being a business owner?
Oh, so wearing so many hats. That was my biggest challenge. When I started Faysha Care, I was everywhere. I didn't allow other people to help me, even though I had access to other people. So that was my biggest challenge. But with Amara Luxe, I've learned from that. So I'm delegating where I can. And also, although I'm involved, but I'm also delegating tasks to other people. So that was my biggest challenge. Yes.
But that's quite a common challenge as well, isn't it? In terms of particularly in the background that you came from, being, like nursing and that, you're used to doing things yourself.
Yes.
And then when we set up a business, we think we have to do everything ourselves. And maybe when we start off, we have to do everything ourselves because we may not have a team to help us initially. But then when we get a team, our skills change. And we have
Yes.
to change our skills and you mentioned some key ones there, delegation. You
Yeah.
previously mentioned, when I said what makes a great business, you said having a team.
Yes.
So yeah, these are really important things, and I think it's a challenge that a lot of people face. And what if you had a magic wand,
Mhm.
and you could solve one challenge right now, what would that be?
Wow, that's a good one, If I had a magic wand, let me see, let me think. I think I would trust more.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I had a magic wand, what would I change? Oh my gosh, that's a good one, Simon. I think I would trust people more, and I would just have a team around me that would be doing most of the work to remove all these pressures from me. And also, with the way the economy is at the moment, I think I'll just make everything go back to what it was like before COVID time.
Yeah, yeah, very good. I like that. Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
great. I like that. So, and the trust again. That's one of the really important factors in having a team, isn't it? Because, well, in fact, both ways. With our clients, our clients need to know, like, and trust us to do business with us. And then a team. We need the team we have around us. Um, there's a phrase that I picked up from a great sort of book, and by Stephen Covey, and it's called Trust and Inspire. And
Mhm.
the old way of managing a team was very much command and control.
Yeah.
Okay, we told people what to do. It was very controlling environment. The new way of managing people is trust and inspire.
Yeah.
Trust our team to take the right actions, do the right things, inspire them, to motivate them. And I think that, in my view, that's a great way um, to manage and lead people. Trust and inspire. And it sounds as though that's something that, yeah, you'd like to do to get to
Yes.
trust people more. And, and what would you say your biggest learning has been since you've been in business, Faith?
So my biggest learning was you can do everything that you put your heart and soul into, through hard work, determination. Nobody should ever tell you that you cannot do something. The sky is the limit. But even though if I say the sky is the limit, always remember to do everything at your best, with your best potential. Or, yeah, you know what I'm trying to say, right? Oh, waffle there.
I like that. So, from what I've understood there, okay, so yeah, I think believe in yourself.
Mhm.
Believe that you can achieve what you want to achieve. Don't
Yeah.
hold yourself back because the sky's the limit. But the other thing that I think I picked up from that was you know, do things properly.
Yes.
Um, you know, don't get too carried away with, I guess, don't get too carried away with dreaming and thinking,
Mhm.
right, okay, this is what I want, and dreaming bigger and bigger and bigger.
Of course. Yeah.
Make sure that you've got some great foundations in place
Yeah.
to build upon. Controlled growth. I guess is the other thing that I picked up from that in terms of, yeah, grow a business to what you dream and you want it to be, but do it in a controlled way.
Yes.
Have I understood that correctly, Faith? Is that
Yes, you have.
okay?
Yes, you have.
And okay, and look, there's one question that I always like to invite everybody that's kind enough to join me on this interview, Faith, and that's this: what is the best advice that you would give to an 18-year-old you?
Okay, so surround yourself with people that will uplift you and never forget your background, that your background doesn't define your future.
So, what was that? Surround yourself by great people. Was that you said?
Yeah, with people that will uplift you.
Yeah.
Yes. And never forget that your background doesn't define your future.
They're really powerful things. And
Thank you.
have you managed to do that, Faith, surrounding yourself by people that uplift you?
Yes, I think I have. Yeah. Of late, I've met a lovely, lovely family. They are always uplifting me, encouraging me. I call them the midnight friends. So, during the night when you just need somebody to speak to after a long day at work, they are always, always there just to listen. And they always tell me that you can do this. So you need people around you who can actually do that.
Yeah, surround yourself by those people that uplift you, encourage you, motivate you, give you support. That's really important. And then the other one was your background doesn't define you.
Yeah.
What, out of interest, what makes you say that one? Any reason in particular that your background?
Being a woman of color, there are some people believe that there are limitations as to what you can achieve. But for me, I think color shouldn't even come into the question. As soon as you think that you are different, everyone will look at you that way. But if you just know that we are all the same, go in with that perspective that we are all equal, we are all the same, you can do everything that you put your heart and soul into.
I like that, and yeah, look, on that, but yeah, like that's great. I agree with you. The color doesn't define us, and whether we're male or female doesn't define us, and certainly the mixture of being a woman of color that doesn't define you. And I like the way you've embraced that, Faith, and you
Yeah.
actually, no, this isn't going to define me. I can still do whatever I want. The sky's the limit. So yeah, well done for doing that. That's great. Well, look, Faith, I really appreciate you taking the time to speak with me today and sharing more about your businesses, but also your journey as well. So thank you very much.
Oh, thank you for having me. It was a pleasure.